and Chinese leaders. Now we move on to our next news. Japan's Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba says he won't resign despite a major election setback. His ruling coalition lost its majority in the upper house, winning just 47 of the 50 seats needed. The defeat follows public anger over rising prices, U.S. tariff fears, and political scandals. Ishiba says he accepts the results but will focus on trade talks. The far-right Sanseitou party surged, drawing conservative votes and gaining 14 seats. The LDP now faces leadership pressure. Let's have a look at what a voter had to say.
やっぱり税金が上がったりですとか、あとその米の問題とかそういう部分において、その日本国民の気持ちに全く寄り添った政治を行えていなかったっていう点が、もう負けてしょうがないよねっていう結果で、こういう結果になったのかなと思います。彼がどう責任をここまでボロボロにやられてどう責任取れるのかなっていうのはちょっとわからないですけど、もうやめた方がいいんじゃないかな。
Now we're joined by Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at Hudson Institute, joining us live from Tokyo, Japan. Thank you, Doctor, for joining us today. Good to see you. Now, Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba has said that he will not resign despite his coalition losing its majority. Given the public anger over rising prices, U.S. tariffs, and many more issues, do you believe this decision will strengthen or weaken his leadership in the eyes of the public?
Of course, view from the result of 3 elections, the lower house elections last year, and Tokyo Parliament in Tokyo, the election, and now the upper house election, these 3 elections, all of the 3, under the Prime Minister Ishiba, the Liberal Democratic Party, which is the ruling party, lost election. So that's why it is natural the supporter or the member of the ruling party demand him to resign as a leader of the party. This means that the leader of the party means that as a prime minister, he should resign. But at the same time, the next 3 years, there will be no big election in the national diet. So both the upper house and lower house. If the current prime minister overcome the current situation and continue to be the prime minister, there is a possibility he can get 3 more years to stay as a prime minister. So that's why he tried to maintain the status, even if the supporters or the many people in Japan want him to resign.
And Dr. Satoru, you have seen that there are public anger over rising prices and fears about U.S. tariffs within the citizens of Japan. How much do these economic concerns have reflected on this, the result of this election, according to you?
This has influence, I think, because the economy or the livestock prices affect the result of the election naturally. In case of the rice, the last 1 year, for example, compare the April 2024 and April 2025, price has increased double. So in the April 2024, that was $13 per 5 kilogram. And April this year, the $26 per 5 kilogram. So that's why the price has increased and living costs is increased, and that's why the current government party lose their popularity. That is natural. But at the same time, the Prime Minister Ishiba's policy was failed in many cases, both domestic and internationally. In diplomatically, his stance has changed several times. And in case of the tariff negotiation with the United States, even if the people expect that Japan can agree with the United States more earlier, until the election, he hasn't agreed yet. So that's why the many people in Japan think policy under him has not implemented so well. And in addition, indeed, his policy has changed from the Shinzo Abe's style in the past to the current style. More liberal side he preferred to choose. So that's why conservative or right-wing supporter of the current ruling party leave from the Liberal Democratic Party, ruling party, to the opposition party, right-wing opposition party. View from this election, the right-wing opposition party won and increased the seat, and not other party did not increase the seat. So that's why this has happened because of his policy, I think.
Thank you very much, Dr. Satoru Nagao, for joining us today and sharing your insight all the way from